Hey everyone, how's it going? Hassan here. You are listening and watching the NintendoFuse podcast. This is episode number 106 entitled Settle It in Smash. Today is Monday, October 6th, 2014, and I have here with me Steve.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I have Greg.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And Barry.
Hey guys.
So, the four of us here are the Nintendo Fuse podcast crew, and we are here to discuss the latest and greatest with Nintendo. For those that are joining us maybe for the first time, perhaps, the Nintendo Fuse podcast, I think, is pretty cool because it's very interactive. It's not your traditional podcast. We record it live, and you can participate live. There's a TalkShoe client that you can check out, and there's a chat in TalkShoe, and you can call into the podcast live. And we stream on YouTube. We're doing a video stream as well, so through Google Hangouts, you can go on YouTube. You can post in the chat room there as well. So as we do this podcast, we're going to be checking the chat and seeing what you guys say. We'll mention it on the show as well, including we'll get some callers on the podcast as well. So shout outs in the TalkShoe chat to Ricky Bam Bam and Zero Matter, and then on the YouTube chat, shout out to Josh Brosh. So thank you guys for joining us. So one thing real quick before we get started. 1 week ago was our 5-year anniversary of the podcast. So thank you so much to everybody that's listened to the podcast in the past and everything. We really do appreciate it. And to celebrate, we will be giving away throughout the podcast these $10 eShop gift cards. Ooh. So not only are these eShop gift cards, they're also AR cards. So although I just realized I was actually going to give the download code to people, so I don't know how you could use the AR card. But I suppose if you really want the AR card, I can mail that to you. So I can certainly do that. I just realized that. Yeah, you can use the AR card with the Photos with Mario app, and there's a $10 Mario one, and the Princess Peach, and Goomba. So we'll be giving these away and to kind of celebrate the anniversary and everything. With that being said, let's get right into it. Our main topic is Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS, because that released last Friday. But first, something just happened right before the podcast. We have
Nintendo Direct. No.
I wish. That's probably going to happen after this podcast, knowing Nintendo.
After.
Sweet.
We have a firmware update! Yay! So it's firmware version 9.0, 9.0.0-20U, so very long number, kind of. And basically the main thing is you have themes. So there's 5 different themes that are pre-installed, and you can purchase more themes. You can also take screenshots of your home menu, and the eShop title information page has been updated, apparently, and further improvements to system stability and other fun stuff. So main thing is obviously the themes. So I think if you're watching the live stream, we can kind of show you guys what some of the themes look like. I'll show you. Oh, new notification has arrived. System update available. Thank you, Nintendo, for telling me about something I already did.
Be a part of the podcast. Come on.
Although when I actually opened it, I probably should have showed it. It actually popped up and said you have a new system update thing.
Yeah, it's actually really nice how they do the system of the new notifications on the home menu now too, because it's been kind of restructured the home menu a little bit, and I like how notifications actually pop up, and you'll see like a little summary of them instead of having to go in there and see it. They actually pop up and tell you what to expect. So that's kind of nice, because before I'm like, okay, what kind of notification is it? You have to pull it up, but it's kind of cool.
Right. Let's see. Shout out to the official Dylan and Ryder show, and I'm Mr. Blanky, who says I love listening into these. So thank you, appreciate it. So here's one of the pre-installed themes. So it's a blue background, and it's all blue. Here's the blue one. So when you install the firmware update, you get a little icon in the top left corner, and that's for the different settings, including the themes. So if I click on it here, it says change theme at the top. And then you can also adjust brightness and things like that. So if I click on change theme, I'm trying to put it in front of the camera and look at it. So there's a couple themes in there. I've downloaded some. There's a theme shop. Let me scroll down. So you have a couple basic colors there. You got red, blue, yellow, pink, and black. Or you can turn off the themes as well. And I've purchased some other themes here. I got an NES one, Spotlight Mario, and a Mario felt character thing. So if you wanted to purchase one, you can go up to the theme shop. I'll click on it.
I got the Zelda one up if you want to see that.
Oh, you got it up? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'll show you how you can get to it, and then Barry can show you the final result. So there's different categories, like new themes and stuff. I'll just go to the, where's all themes? All themes. And we can see what they have. They have a bunch of Nintendo themes, which are like $1.99, and then a bunch of other, like, just designs that are just 99 cents, and it's trying to load.
While it's loading,
All right, yeah, go ahead.
It's just a basic black theme that you can see there, and I think Barry's got the Zelda theme. So
yeah, I got the I got the Zelda 3DS, so I figured why not go with the Zelda theme. But at the top is a Link Between Worlds artwork, and as you scroll over, it actually scrolls to different artwork, which is kind of cool. And then the folders, it's kind of hard to see down here. The folders are like little treasure chests. So they've added little treasure chests to the folders. But that's kind of cool.
Nice. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I like the scrolling thing. If I could show you the NES Mario one, like, will jump over the icons and stuff. So it's kind of neat that they did these animated themes. Finally loaded here. So there's a bunch of like starred patterns, all sorts of stuff for 99 cents, and then you get different. There's Zelda theme right there, and a mushroom theme, Yoshi, Peach, Luigi, Mario, etc. So you get a couple of those things there. So yeah, so themes are now live, and so check it out.
Don't want to feel left out. The yellow theme.
Nice.
Another color one.
Nice. Yeah, they're kind of cool. I think I'll probably end up getting a decent amount of them. I have the NES Mario one loaded up now. I can show you the jumping. So he kind of jumps across the icons like that. So that's kind of fun, I guess. So yeah, I guess I'm sure they're going to keep adding more and more themes, over time, and so we'll have to keep an eye out for those. It's kind of neat. It's a nice little personalization right there. What I did think was kind of interesting was that when you do get to the theme shop, it signs in with your Nintendo Network ID. So is that like a possibility of like the Wii U going to get themes in the future? Possibly. So, and maybe like you purchase a theme on the 3DS, it'll also apply to the Wii U or something. That'd be kind of cool. So that's something we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so let's see what else we got going on here.
Another thing with the theme, I don't know if you saw this. I have my volume down, but apparently they added music. Like, this is supposed to have, like, the overworld theme music. Yeah, actually...
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't know if you can hear it. It's very, very quiet, but it's kind of neat. It's, like, in the background, subtle.
Okay, I can kind of... Huh, nice. Yeah, I forgot about that. Like, I guess the NES Mario, I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, it's so quiet. It's like more like a background thing, like a little ambient noise, kind of.
That's pretty sweet. So yeah, themes. We got a bunch of those now. The official Dylan and Ryder show says, "Is there a Power Rangers theme?" Just kidding. I wish, right? That'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Ricky Bam Bam says, firmware updates. Yes, there is. Go get your 3DS. Go update. Check out the themes. All right. So with that being said, that was kind of a last minute right before the podcast, firmware update release. But our main course, our main game, there we go. Barry's got it right there. Dun, da, 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 Super Smash Bros. That's not right. It's a blank screen. Oh, my circle pad is stuck, so it was flipping out. Um, that's a problem right there that I'll discuss later on. My circle pad. So yeah, Super Smash Brothers. So Super Smash Brothers is out. And what do you guys think? Let's get some general thoughts on the game so far.
Oh, let's see. I'll jump in. Go first. Yeah, I think I am still in the same boat as last week about the controls. Not a huge fan of the circle pad for this type of a game. And basically just because I keep doing things that I'm not supposed to be doing, that I don't want to do. So a lot of times I'll be like, I'll slide just off center from right and left or whatever, and then I'll be like doing a different move than I wanted to do. So I think that is kind of frustrating. But overall, I like it. I'm liking it a lot. I'm probably actually doing more single player on the 3DS game than I have any of the other versions of Smash Brothers. Maybe mainly probably because it's with me all the time, and I'm not always be able to connect to the internet, and so I'm just trying to go through and unlock as much as I can. Where I think in past ones I kind of tried to just go online or try to play multiplayer with friends and stuff right off the bat, but this time I'm actually trying to go through and unlock as much as I can, and I'm really enjoying the single player version. So while controls are not as nice as I would like them, and as they're not as good as I think they would be if I had, like, even a Pro controller for Wii U, I think would be a better situation because of the normal analog sticks. But because it's mainly, I think, the circle pad that I'm frustrated with, I think, mostly. But overall, I'm really having a lot of fun, and yeah, so that's just kind of overall thoughts.
Cool. What about you, Greg?
I was kind of still the same about as last week too. It was like I know the controls was a major factor for me. I mean, I know even with the circle pad, it still seems to be slightly difficult. I feel like I'm doing like down or like an up motion, and it still says I'm doing like right or left or wherever one was closest. So just sometimes it can be frustrating, but other times it seems like it can help because like if I did mess up, then I might have got like an up or a down attack as opposed to the right or left, and then it could actually hit enemies on both sides. So I guess there's that aspect to it as well. But I am enjoying this single player mode. I've already unlocked a third panel to start shooting away at that, so that's kind of fun too.
Nice. What about you, Barry?
Yeah, with me, the controls, the biggest issue I had with the controls were the buttons, and I think for the first 2 hours of playing, I was just switching around the buttons, and I kept getting confused, and I kept dying, thinking I was hitting my up special, and I was hitting up attack, and because I forgot I switched the buttons around. But once I had it set, I had no problems with the buttons, and while the circle pad is definitely not as good as an analog stick, I had no problems. I mean, occasionally you'll do the wrong thing, but it's not enough to hamper my experience. I've always gone through with all the Smash Brothers and unlock stuff in single player first and foremost. I try to get that out of my way as my way of practicing before I go to my friends, and my friends the same, so it kind of works. So I've really enjoyed playing through the single player, working. I'm also on the third page of challenges, and some of the challenges, they're going to take some time. So I like that. I like that there's reward for working toward it, and there's well over 600 trophies, which it's going to take me forever to get them all. But it wants, I want to continue it. And I've heard the biggest problem is lag. I've done, not yesterday, 2 days ago, on Sunday, I did about 5 hours straight, four-player local play, and had zero lag problems. All four of us were perfectly fine. Last night, we played a little bit, and we did have some disconnect and a little bit of lag, but once everything got settled, it wasn't like game breaking. I haven't gone online with random people yet, so I can't say how that is, but the fact that there was any lag to begin with, it's a problem that does need to be fixed, but it's not enough to hamper my experience overall, and I'm really enjoying the game.
Right. Yeah, I think when I first jumped online, I played with 4 people online, and it was super laggy. But then I went back and started doing like one-on-one matches and stuff, and stuff like that, and then it was perfectly fine. So I think it really is just hit or miss in a way, depending on either people's connection or something. So it's just kind of hit or miss. So it's been fine for the most part, though. Most of the matches I've played have been fine online. So, but hopefully it does get improved a little bit more as well. Um, as far as the controls go, I thought I would initially switch around the buttons, but I ended up not and left the buttons the same. But I turned off the tap to jump because the circle pad is just not as precise, and so once I got used to pressing like Y or something to jump, that definitely helped me out. But then I had the other issue that started up where I had heard all the horror stories of the circle pad breaking and this and that, so I made sure to be very careful with my circle pad, and yet now it's starting to stick. So if I like it sticks up and a little bit to the left sometimes, so it's just kind of like if I'm ever trying to do it's hard for me to do smash attacks now because you have to push it at the same time, like a certain direction in A, and it just half the time it doesn't work properly. So now I don't know what I'm gonna do. It was kind of like off and on a little bit here and there, and I know when we played last night, the first few matches it was fine, but then like afterwards it just kind of started to get worse, and now it's just all the time it's messing up. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. I might have to get my 3DS like fixed or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to see. Then again, new 3DS in a couple months, so and then with Smash Bros. For Wii U comes out probably soon, so kind of debating and trying to see if it's all worth it or what, but we'll see about that. Um, let's see
Yeah,
what
I didn't actually.
Yeah, go
Yeah, in
ahead.
terms of the controls, it's interesting. I also didn't change around the buttons like I thought I might. I thought this is definitely going to be something that I would maybe switch up and use Y and B instead of A and B, like we talked about last week, and I didn't. Pretty much all I did turn off was the tap up to jump, and everything else I've kept it the same, and I've gotten pretty used to it, and haven't really had any issues with the buttons. So far, it's mostly the circle pad, but mine hasn't stuck or broken yet. But there's been times that I thought this might be the time because I've been jamming it up or jamming it to the side, and like, oh no, I better be careful because next thing I know, it's probably gonna like break off. I'm like, oh great, now I have to get a new one.
Right.
I wonder what
So
Nintendo's gonna do.
I just don't know what games you guys are into.
They take it back.
Circle pads are getting wrecked. My buddy is like, his circle pad already broke off like the Japanese one. So I don't know what kind of games you guys are playing where you're like jamming the thing, but I don't know. Maybe I just been a little bit more careful. I haven't seen any sticking. I haven't had any issues with popping off or anything like that. I also didn't really change controls. I just turned off the up to jump, and then once I realized I was forced to hit a button, then it greatly improved my experience. But yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to think, what is the procedure if your circle pad breaks? Do you call Nintendo? Are they going to repair it? Are you going to pay for the repair? Like, is there anything, going to be anything like the Mario Party glove deal that happened back in the N64 days?
Not sure. My guess would be you have to pay for the repair, and then I don't know how long it would take or how much it would cost.
I mean, unless you just bought the 3DS, it might be under warranty, but I doubt for most of us it's got to be more than a year or whatever already. So, well, Barry's might be still under warranty because it's the Zelda one. So,
Yeah, it's true.
I think that was a year ago.
My guess is I wonder if it happens a lot. I mean, Nintendo actually might make some sort of response and say, okay, we'll do it for discount or start replacing them or something like that if they start realizing that really it's a big issue. My guess is it's probably, I'm assuming it's probably something like that whole iPhone 6 bending thing, that it's going to happen to a select few of them, but the majority of them are probably going to be just fine.
Right. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. With the once I imported the new 3DS from Japan, so whenever that comes in a couple weeks, we'll see if my circle pad lasts on that one too, and at least then I can try out the C stick with that as well with Smash Brothers. I'll get that and see.
Won't you have to buy an international version though, like the Japanese version to play it?
Yeah, I'm gonna download the Japanese version from the eShop, and Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes, I guess. So maybe that'll keep me going. My circle pad right now is a little messed up, so we'll see how long that lasts. Um, let's see what everybody's saying in the chat here. Josh Brosh says he just updated his 3DS and he's getting his copy of Smash Brothers tomorrow. All right, awesome. Let's see. Hi, Mr. Blinky says it is exactly what he expected it to be. He never thought it'd be the pinnacle of Smash Bros. Experience, but it's a solid title. His expectations were met. And let's see what else we got going on here. In the Talk Shoe chat, Ricky Bam Bam says, very good game so far. Tons of characters to unlock with online servers being worked to fix bugs and lag. Just take care of your circle pad, folks. Let's see what else. Zero Matter says he doesn't have the game yet. He's just playing his friend's copies. All right. So by the way, so everybody that is listening right now to the podcast, in a couple minutes we'll be asking for our first caller on the line, and the person that calls in is getting this Goomba $10 eShop gift card right here. And if you would like, I can also mail this to you so you get the AR card. So get ready. In a couple minutes, we'll be getting our first caller on the line. So if you're not on the call yet, call in. The number to do so, it's on NintendoFuse.com. If you head there, the full details to call in are there. But the number is 724-444-7444. There's a lot of fours. But call in and definitely try and win the eShop gift card. So I wanted to ask you guys, I don't know if you've unlocked all the characters yet or not, but I wanted to see, out of what you've played as so far, what your favorite characters are.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go for it. I think I still have a couple of the characters to unlock. I'm going to pull them up just to kind of make sure that I'm remembering everything. I've got the vast majority of them unlocked. I think, you know, we've talked about before that some of my favorite characters from past games are Yoshi, Pikachu, and those are the two characters that I keep going back to over and over in this version. Actually, I think in Brawl I played more as Pikachu, but in the original one and Melee I played a lot of Yoshi, and I found that I like Yoshi again more than Pikachu, because I think he's become my main for 3DS version. I like the updates they gave him. He seems a little more powerful than he has before, especially in Brawl, and so that's been cool. So Yoshi, Pikachu. Of the newer characters, I'm enjoying Robin. I still need to perfect some of the different moves and figure out like how just to use them. But I'm liking Robin, and I really like Duck Hunt Dog a lot. Duck Hunt Dog, as like when I first popped up, he whooped my butt like 2 or 3 times in a row. I couldn't unlock him, and then I finally got him, and I was like, okay, I've got to use him because he just like killed me a bunch of times, and he's got some really powerful moves. So I think Duck Hunt Dog might be one of those ones that I keep going back to. But yeah, Robin and Duck Hunt Dog are two of the ones that I think actually surprised me, because I didn't think I was going to like either of them. But there are two that I am enjoying.
Gotcha. What about you, Craig?
Well, since me and Steve like to follow the same footsteps, I always start off with Yoshi and Pikachu. Those are like been my main two since the first game, and Melee. Brawl, I think I did use Pikachu a little bit less, and I also kind of picked up Marth. Also, I used a lot from Melee as well too. He was like a third in Melee and a second or even a main in Brawl. This time around, I'm still finding Yoshi's been improved to better to my liking, so I've been using him a little bit more. But since I'm doing a lot more of the unlock modes, I've been playing at least like just about once with just about every character. I'm still going through a lot of that process, but some of the ones I initially liked, I did enjoy Mega Man a lot in the demo. I'm still finding out he's still really good for me so far. But my big up-and-comer actually has been Little Mac. I found that since I'm not ending up jumping a lot, that kind of works to my advantage, because like the Nintendo Direct said, he's a terror on the ground and a mess in the air. So I beat All-Star mode on on normal after with Little Mac. He was my first one to do that, so I thought that worked out pretty well. I actually did unlock all the characters yesterday. I haven't played all of them a lot. I did get the chance to use Zero Suit Samus. I am actually turning out to be pretty solid with her as well. Wasn't expecting to really do good with Samus, knowing I've been terrible with Samus since the first game. I'm also finding that Captain Falcon is another one that he's always been like a mid-tier character for me from the last 3 games, and I'm enjoying him a lot more. Seeing like he's kind of starting to jump up more in this one too. I did give Robin a shot. I guess I didn't really quite understand his moveset, so I would have to play him more. Don't want to downgrade him a lot. Dark Pit I was enjoying quite a lot too. I unlocked a number of the challenges and trophy rush and stuff with him, so he's been pretty solid. And then other than that, I think the other one I kind of liked was Greninja. He was pretty quick and his moves seemed pretty strong as well. But I've been going through I've been playing solo classic right now to try and get all the characters done. I'm pretty much done with the top row of characters there. I just have Game & Watch left in the first row, and then I can start moving down to the next line.
Nice. Cool. What about you, Barry?
Well, my original 3, Kirby, Link, and Pit, for the 3 games, I haven't really used as much, Link I think I've used the most of them, but I've been more playing around with the newer characters. Dark Pit I do enjoy. For some reason I enjoy more than regular Pit, I don't know why, but I have enjoyed him. Shulk, who I immediately went to first, I haven't played with again, and I need to give him more time, which surprised me because I expected to main him, and he was just something about him was different, so I need to give him more of a chance. Mega Man, who I absolutely love, and I think Mega Man is just great. I liked him in the demo. I like him here. I think the biggest surprise for me is probably Bowser, who I hated in Melee and I hated in Brawl, and I absolutely love him now, as a few people have experienced on this. But
Yeah.
but there's just they've done stuff to him. He's just a beast now. And Bowser Jr. I actually really enjoy too. Just being able to mess around with the different Koopa kids. But I have every character unlocked. Everyone I've played with I've been able to beat like Classic, but those are the standouts for me, for sure. Like I just really like them, and that's surprising because I've gained like all new mains as opposed to my original 3. But yeah, there's just something about those characters I just love, and I can't wait for the Wii U version to try them out.
Right. Nice. Yeah, so I've kind of been playing a bunch of different characters as well. For those that haven't seen the final roster or anything, so possible spoilers, I'll show you guys on the stream. You can see the final roster right there, all the different characters and everything. Pretty big roster. Definitely quite big, because when I started out, I was like, the first night that the game came out, I was like, all right, I'm going to play each character at least once and then go to bed. And I got like halfway through and I was like, all right, this is getting late. I'm tired. So then I had to finish it the next day. It's actually quite a lot. Yeah, I've been playing as a bunch. I think Villager is the main one so far. Definitely having some fun playing with him, as you know, I played with you guys last night as well on some of that stuff. So Villager's pretty fun. But I've also been playing around a bit with Greninja. He's kind of fast and neat. Pac-Man is actually quite fun. I wasn't expecting that, so I actually kind of enjoy playing as Pac-Man too. And I only recently unlocked some of the other ones like Bowser Jr. and Duck Hunt, so I'll have to kind of play with them a bit more. But they also seem pretty interesting. And my Mii Fighter is kind of cool, but I feel like I really need to practice with it a bit more. And I'm not quite sure which type I like the best yet. So I set up one of each type, but I still have to really customize that a bit more. And I did play around with the customization a little bit. The custom moves I didn't try too much of, but I customized a lot of those abilities. How you can like raise like the attack or speed and that sort of thing. So I did kind of use that a bit, and I thought that was kind of neat what they did there, mainly for Smash Run. That's kind of the main place where I use the custom stuff. Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. Did you guys use any of the custom settings at all?
I haven't yet. No, I customized one Mii character, and you guys saw him on Sunday night, last night. Yeah, when we played. The sword fighter Mii is the only one that I actually made so far, but I like him a lot. Actually, the first time I used him was when we played together. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into when I used him, and all of a sudden I was like, wow, he's pretty good. So I'm glad that I picked what I picked because, yeah, like I said, I had no idea what it was going to turn out to be. But that's really the only customizing that I've done is making that one Mii character.
Yeah, I was just going through for the challenges, and it was like a challenge to create 8 Mii characters. I went through and did all 8 of them. I think my first match using it was the one after you guys selected yours. It was almost like you guys knew you were just going to select your Mii, and then I was like, well, that's kind of stupid. I could have selected mine. And then the next match, I selected mine, thinking that, like, hey, maybe we'll have all of them together. And then you guys switched back to the characters. And I was like, darn it, what the heck is going on here? But
always just one step behind.
Sword Fighter seems pretty interesting. I did create a number of each to kind of even them out. The Brawler sounds like it'd be kind of interesting. I created a few of those that are going to be very attack heavy and very slow, but I'll have to see how that kind of stuff works out. I also created ones that are like faster in defense but don't have like any attack. I'm trying to balance them out. When I had like my Wii hooked up to the internet and I downloaded a bunch of random ones, got like ones like Charlie Brown and like Miss Piggy and then Smokey the Bear, and I made those all into guys into my game so I can use those guys online against you guys.
Nice.
But
that's where I think it's going to be really fun using the Mii's.
Yeah, I definitely. I've got to get my Reggie one made. Exactly, I want him. He's popped up in like because he's on my 3DS, so he's already popped up in like the multi-man Mii battles and stuff. But I haven't actually made him as a Mii character yet.
Can I just say, out of the multi-man, Mii thing, my mom's Mii is like the strongest Mii there is. Like I face a whole bunch of Mii's, and then my mom comes in there and starts like beating me up. And I'm like, what is this? This is like the toughest Mii ever. What is going on?
It's pretty much like real life, right?
Yeah, right.
The game knows.
Pretty fun.
Yeah,
all right,
I've messed around with the custom a little bit.
Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, I made just the Mii characters. I made one of each, and then I made a few BS ones just for the challenge to delete them. I messed around with a couple of the characters' movesets, but I kind of don't want to get too far into it because I don't have all the moves unlocked, so I'm still working on that. And when I get down to it, I'll probably have all the moveset and I'll get into it. From what I've heard, I haven't done this, but I heard like you could make Link's arrow do like 100% damage like every shot, but he's like super weak in defense. But the fact that that's even a possibility is pretty ridiculous. So I'm wondering what rare pieces out there will help do that.
Right.
I've also noticed like you can get two of the same thing, and they have different stats. Like, bless you. Like one might have like attack plus 20, defense minus 10, and another one may have attack plus 25, attack the defense minus 10 or something. So it's kind of interesting that even duplicates won't be the same. It's a random number.
Right. Yeah, I have a feeling there's so many customization things there. It's like I feel like that's just going to be endless. It's going to be constant new customization pieces. All right, let's get our first.
I was going to say one other thing about that. I wasn't going to really do like the actual characters themselves because I feel like if I get used to their moveset, then I'm going to be spoiled when I play randoms online or even trying to like do something else where I think the move is supposed to be more powerful or different, even because it's like the timing and everything is all different. So I was just going to leave that only to the Mii's only. I haven't touched a single one of the characters yet.
Yeah.
But,
Right. Yeah, and even when I did try and look at the custom moves, at least the ones that I had unlocked, most of them I was like, I'm not really going to use anyways. So it kind of, I guess it's a neat idea, but the fact that you can't use it online with anyone just kind of hinders it, I think. If they would allow that, then I think a lot of people would take it a bit more seriously. But
yeah, I think they could try take advantage of it too.
Yeah.
They really could have remedied it that by just having one extra online mode. Have like online with no customizations with anyone, or then have online with customizations with anyone. So then therefore you can actually use your customizations against anyone you want, and therefore you can expect that people will be using it against you. But I think they
Right.
want to eliminate the scenario where you had like the 100% arrow, and then you're playing against somebody that hasn't unlocked like any customizations, and then you like can slaughter them easily, and then that would sour their experience, and they might not want to play the game again or anything like that. So,
Right. Sakurai, Wii U version. Put it in there.
along with
That would be
stage
cool.
customizations, custom stages.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be great as well. All right, let's try and get a caller on the line to win that Goomba $10 eShop gift card. So I'm looking for a caller to call and let us know what your favorite character in Smash Bros. 3DS is so far, or if you haven't played it yet, what character you're most looking forward to trying or anything. So give us a call, and you can win the $10 eShop gift card. So the details to call in are NintendoFuse.com. Looks like we got a caller right now. Let's get him on the line from Illinois. I'm trying to.
All right, represent.
It's you, isn't
Thought
it,
I
Greg?
clicked on it.
You can't call same content.
Hello,
Greg
my
likes
name
to
is
be
Mr. Burns.
All
My
right.
name
Hello.
is Mr. Burns.
Hello. Hey, who's this?
Who's this? This is Maniz in guest 4.
Sorry, what was that?
This is Maniz. I am guest 4.
Okay, hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Well, thanks.
So, what is your favorite Smash Brothers character?
Right now, I always install. I've been using Toon Link, and from now on, I'm using Link.
Nice. Have you? Do you have Smash Brothers for 3DS?
Yep, got it. First day on Amazon Prime.
Nice. Amazon Prime is very nice. Cool. Well, thank you for calling in, letting us know. The Toon Link is your favorite. You should definitely we'll play online sometime. We'll set up something on NintendoFuse. So for this, by the way, to claim this, shoot me an email. My email is Hassan@NintendoFuse.com. So HASSAN @NintendoFuse.com. Shoot me an email and let me know. And if you want the AR card and everything too, then just send me your address and stuff in the email, and then I can mail this to you. Otherwise, I'll just give you the code on the back if that's all you need. But you got a $10 eShop gift card, so congrats.
Congratulations.
I mean, Hassan at NintendoFuse.com.
Yes, yep. Hassan at NintendoFuse.com, exactly.
Nice, thank you so much.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Right.
All right, cool. So that is the Goomba eShop gift card, but don't worry, we got 2 more. So in a little while, we'll be asking somebody else for one of these as well. We'll probably give away the Peach $10 eShop gift card next. So if you want the Princess Peach eShop gift card, get your phone ready to call in soon. All right, so we kind of talked about characters and everything now. But what about stages? What do you guys think about all the stages? Do you have any favorites, ones that you hate? Tell me about the stages.
I'll tell you, actually, just to recap, since you mentioned hate, one of the characters that I've realized that I hate is Luigi. I am not a big fan of him whatsoever. And, you had to play as him so many times for one of the they're even called like reward feats or whatever.
The challenges.
Yeah.
Challenges.
So I had to play him as I'm like, this is awful. Like why would anyone ever use him? I apologize if I'm tearing down one of your favorites, but he's not great at all, at least in my opinion. Maybe I'm just bad at him, but I'm not a big fan at all.
I played as Luigi in Brawl quite a bit. But I haven't really tried him much in this game, so I can't really say much.
Yeah. But back to stages actually. So I I don't like Kirby's Dream Land. the Game Boy one, and actually just this is the same thought back toward Brawl as well. I didn't like the moving stages then, and I don't like them now. The stages that kind of function as like a side scroller. I feel it takes away from the real fighting that I want to do. I'm too focused on moving, so I don't like fall off the screen myself. And so any of those stages really I don't like as much. And I feel like the Kirby's Dream Land one is even more tough because you have a smaller screen and you can't see what's going on behind the edges of the Game Boy, and so it's really tough. But ones that I really like actually are pretty much. I mean, I like a lot of them actually. Trying to think of any ones that really kind of jumped out to me that I didn't think I would like as much. Probably Tamagotchi Life is one that I wasn't really sure if I'd like or not, and I'm playing it and it really feels fun. It feels similar to like the Luigi's Mansion one. Where you have different levels and you're able to kind of jump up and fight on different levels, and I think that's pretty fun. And so yeah, that's Tamagotchi Life is probably the one that kind of surprised me that I didn't think I'd like as much. But in terms of what I don't like, anything that's side-scrolling, not a big fan.
Gotcha. What about you, Greg?
I want to echo Mr. Blanky's comment. I hate that Paper Mario stage. That is the worst stage on this game, especially when you get to that third phase right after the boat.
Yes.
I feel like the combat just like ceases to a halt because there's like no floor. You just like die unless you can, like, manage to jump
really
up.
Pretty. It's a beautiful stage, but yeah, I agree. It's incredibly difficult to fight on.
Right. That first time it happened, I was like, where did the stage go? What?
Yeah, so that's one stage I definitely dislike. I don't know. I'm not really blown away by a whole lot of the stages. I would say some of the returning ones are pretty cool, like the Green Hill Zone. The WarioWare Inc. one is still pretty reasonable. I mean, Yoshi's Island and Brinstar are still pretty cool. I mean, some of the ones with the surprise traps is the ones I'm also not really caring for. Like the Gerudo Valley, that one just kind of freaked me out. It just like the whole center of the stage just disappeared, and then like half of the stage is on fire. So then you're like getting creamed. I don't like those like random things where half of the stage is like unplayable. I'm also not a big fan of the Mario Kart ones with scrolls, and it seems like there's a lot of different positions. You can get stuck and get killed pretty easily on that one. One of my favorite scrolling ones, I guess, would be like the Golden Plane ones. I kind of like the one with all the coins for Super Mario Brothers 2. I thought that one was kind of neat, as in terms of scrolling. I didn't really have too many issues with that one. The Mega Man stage is pretty cool. I'm not so sure about when the boss comes in, the Yellow Devil guy. But the music for that one's definitely really cool. I like that. The Picto-Chat one was kind of weird with like random effects and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much about most of the stages right there. I do already have all the stages unlocked as well.
Gotcha. What about you, Barry?
Yeah, I have all stages unlocked, and upon playing it, the one I was really looking forward to so much was Guar Plains, because I love Xenoblade music, and I love Xenoblade, period. And I think it's one of the worst levels, because it has that gaping hole in the center, and it almost feels like two little small platforms on either side. Omega version is fine, but the regular version, I think, is just, it's horribly designed. In the game, the plains are huge. There's no big gaping hole like that. And why they decided to put that in, I don't know. Of the returning ones, I really liked WarioWare. I still think that's just a great game, or a great level. I do like the new Super Mario 2. I am not a terrible fan of Paper Mario. However, I don't mind the scrolling stages because it really depends on what kind of match I'm going for. Like, if I'm really gunning for an actual fight, I'll definitely pick a Final Destination or a Final Destination style. But sometimes, if I'm just with my friends, I like the frantic moving and, you know, the constant trying to fight while platforming, and I think that just creates an extra level of intensity, which I do enjoy. Uh, Living room was also one that kind of shocked me. At first, I thought it was going to be nothing, and then when those blocks are just so deadly, and it creates such havoc that I actually do really enjoy that because it's unpredictable and it could really turn the tides of a battle. And Picto Chat I do enjoy as well. So those are probably my favorites.
Gotcha. Yeah, that living room, those blocks, those dreaded blocks, that threw me off, and I don't know. I'm not too big of a fan of that stage because those, even though you can see the shadows, it still gets you though, you know.
Well, it's just they're so big. Like I think a lot of times
Yeah.
where, like in PictoChat and then WarioWare, you know, the stage is moving around and doing random things as well. But they're not the things that happen aren't so big and disastrous. Those blocks are huge, and just like even though you see the shadow, it's still hard to like get out of the way in time.
Right.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing is in WarioWare where the object is don't move and everyone stops and you just go and like full smash them. I think it's so great, especially the CPU. The CPU would just stop and just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, that's always definitely a lot of fun. It is interesting, like, you know, maybe a third of the stages are all kind of returning stages. So there's some good stages that came back, but you know, there isn't. That also does, you know, there's still not as many new stages, I guess, as one might possibly expect, but still a decent amount. One fun little thing, I actually haven't tried this yet, but I think I read online, for the Dreamland stage, by the way, if you hold down L and then select it, I think it boots up in black and white, kind of like the original, you know, Game Boy or whatever.
Really?
And
The Game Boy Color or the Game Boy Pocket or whatever, from that point on, it was
Yeah.
like black and white, and so that's kind of cool. I haven't tried it, mainly because I don't
yeah.
want the stage anyhow. So
True, true. The Find Me stage is actually kind of annoying sometimes when the main platform kind of falls down for a bit too. That's happened before. So, but I do like Tortimer Island. It's a nice basic stage, and it's kind of cool. Boxing Ring is pretty fun as well. Yeah, I mean, there's a decent amount. Prism Tower for the Pokemon stage is kind of cool, but I don't like the Unova Pokemon League because whenever they have the random Pokemon in there, especially what is it, Palkia that turns everything upside down, that always
so
throws me
annoying.
off. That always throws me off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
What do you guys think about Balloon Fight? Because that kind of changes things up because you can actually go back on the other side. The first time that happened, like someone was throwing an item off one side and it came on the other and hit me. I was so confused. I was like, "What is happening? Where is this stuff coming from?" But then I realized where it's coming from, and then jumping in the middle of that stupid fish gets me like almost every time because I'm used to kind of just floating along and he'll come up and grab me and it's like instant death. So because of that fish, I'm not a huge fan of the Balloon Fight one. But it is interesting, like because I'm not, Smash is always about staying on the screen, and you can actually go out and wrap around. So it's interesting to play that stage because of that, because it's like you have to go against everything you've always known about Smash.
right. Yeah, definitely. And I think that fish, I've managed to escape free from it a couple times too. So I don't know how. I just like mash some of the buttons and I somehow get free. So
I think I got away from it like once of the like 10 times that I've gotten grabbed by it. I think once I got away.
Right.
So all of my battles on that one have been.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to say every time I pick that stage, the battle always seems so short. I've played against like Giant Rob or something, and then like I barely even moved, and the battle was over because he like fell right into the water, like over like instantaneously. And I was like, wow, that was hard.
Nice.
Yeah, I tried that L thing you just said.
Where
It
like,
works.
attack to the side, and then like it doesn't kill them because then they just come out the other side. But oh well, guess you gotta shoot them up or something.
Right. Let's see. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers most of the stages at least. There's some neat new ones too, like the Mute City and everything, and there's some other good ones. I think I have all the stages except for one, the Game and Watch one, but I think I know how to get that one. So let's see what people are saying in the chats. So yeah, I'm Mr. Blanky, like he said, the Paper Mario stage when it turns into the Bowser's Castle. That's awful. He also says Rosalina is awful. Which that's a character I was actually kind of surprised by because I actually thought it would be a lot of fun playing as Rosalina, and it still kind of is, but she's going to take some getting used to if I would use her. You know, like you kind of have to like strategize how you're going to use the Luma and everything, and kind of do that as well.
I actually did pretty well with her, and I didn't really use the Luma too much at all. I was just using her other attacks, and they're pretty powerful. It wasn't until like after the state, like I finished that battle, and I was like, oh, right, she's got that Luma. I probably should use it too. But even when I didn't, she was actually not too bad. So maybe that's a good strategy to try, is to just kind of forget about the Luma.
Yeah, maybe. Ricky Bam Bam says, and when Palkia appears in that Pokemon stage, he holds his device upside down. It's actually, I wonder, would that really work? I guess if you turn it upside down,
maybe
technically it would work.
Yeah.
You just have to remember
if
which
only you did that with your
attack
TV on the Wii U version.
Can you just see people run up to the TV and just like go, flip it over? And the one person playing on the gamepad just looks at them and laughs and just flips his gamepad over and continues playing. All right, so I think it's time for another eShop gift card giveaway. So now I want to see what your favorite stage is, or if you haven't played the game yet, what stage that you would want to play in. So you got $10 Princess Peach eShop gift card. So here it is, right here. Callers, call in right now. NintendoFuse.com is the details on how to call in. And we'll get you on the line, and you can win $10 on the eShop. Can be used on the Wii U or the 3DS, perhaps to buy some new themes, because the new firmware update's out, right? So give us a call, and we'll get you on the line for the gift card. And, oh, yeah, we got a guest on the call now, so let's see. Let's get guest 5. Did it? Trying to click on you. Okay. Hello, who's this?
Hi, I'm guest 5 in the chat.
All right, hello. So what is your favorite Smash Brothers stage?
Well, I've had some pretty neat tricks happen to me in the Star Fox stage where either PCs or the NPCs will get caught underneath the front end of the plane right above the lasers, and they won't be able to recover, so they just keep like jumping, and then they fall off. So that would have been interesting. I like using living room, especially when I'm playing with friends, because when the blocks start falling, they start freaking out because they're like, oh, where did this come from? Because they're concentrating on hitting everybody else.
Nice.
Nice.
That's definitely very chaotic, that stage.
Yes, indeed.
Nice. Well, you'll definitely have to join us online as well. Where we'll definitely have more competitions and just some fun stuff online playing with the NintendoFuse crew. But thanks for calling in, and you've won a $10 eShop gift card. Congrats.
Hey, thank you so much.
Not a problem. So email Hassan@nintendofuse.com. That's HASSAN at NintendoFuse.com. And if you want the Princess Peach AR card, I can mail that to you. So just include your address in the email as well, and I can send that to you. Otherwise, we got the $10 code right here as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thank you for calling.
Congratulations.
Bye. All right. So that's 2 eShop gift cards down and 1 to go. So last card coming up soon. So this will be for the Mario eShop gift card a little bit later on. So get ready for that coming up later. So with Smash Brothers, I wanted to ask you guys if what are the single player stuff that you've tried out, like Smash Run, and your thoughts on some of those things.
Well, I had dabbled into all the different modes. I've just been trying to be a challenge for, I guess, just to try to get all that stuff out of the way. Smash Run seems like it's more difficult than it seems it's supposed to be, but I guess I'm just not very good at defeating some of the enemies or whatever. I feel like I get killed a lot during the exploration part, and I know you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to like stay alive and clutch everything, but it seems like I always manage to die like at least once, if not like 2 or 3 times. And then when you have 1 minute to play a battle, I feel like the battles look so evenly placed. Like there's usually one or two kills throughout that entire minute, so then you barely have enough time to even get a point to not make it sudden death. Um, the target smash is kind of weird. It's kind of like the Angry Birds or something like that. So I was getting a kick out of playing that a number of times to get that score up there really high. The Home Run Derby is kind of the same thing it was from Melee. That was really cool. I always loved playing that. The multi-man smash and all that stuff is kind of the same as well. I don't really use those a whole lot. I'll just get the challenges and be done with those. And yeah, the All-Star mode is pretty cool. How they have it all sorted by when the characters were created. I was kind of expecting there to be like a boss or something at the end, but there wasn't. Spoiler alert. um, Solo mode is, I don't quite understand the colored routes, I guess. I don't know if there's a benefit to going one color or not. There's been times where I try to say the same one the entire route through. There'd be ones they alternate depending on how many coins or if I see a trophy or whatever. But I don't quite understand all the different routes or why there's so many different ones. I always fight the Master and Crazy Hand because they get more bonuses that way. Yeah, I guess that's a summary of all the different modes.
Cool. I found myself playing more the classic mode than anything else, and maybe that's just you know, something that I you know, it's something that I've used to being, you know, doing in the old games, hence the classic version. But I think that's where I keep going back to. I've only played Smash Run once, I think, and I actually haven't played All-Star mode yet because I just keep going back to classic. So I needed to spend some time more with All-Star, and I've only done just a few things with the stadium stuff as well. I'm just enjoying, you know, unlocking things and picking up as much as I can through classic mode right now, and trying to take different paths. I don't know necessarily if there is a difference between the colors and stuff too. I kind of just analyze, you know, like when I'm coming up to it, whichever way has the most coins or has a trophy to pick up along the way, that's usually the way I go. And so I think it usually probably is that the ones that have the most coins, the most trophies, are probably the more difficult ones, because I think that's how it goes when you get to the end. If you go one way toward just Master Hand, you usually don't get anything at all. But if you go to Master and Crazy Hand, then you do get more coins. So I think it's the more difficult ones have the more coins along the way. But other than that, I don't know if the colors actually mean anything whatsoever. I haven't paid enough attention to that enough. But that's what I keep going back to over and over is the classic mode. I think it's cool because you can play different characters at different times. Sometimes you get the giant one, sometimes you get the metal one, sometimes it's like 1-on-3, sometimes it's 2-on-2, and it just kind of varies it up, and I really like because of that.
Yeah, I think classic they did a great job with. I think with the colors, I think red is the most difficult, and that's usually has the most coins and stuff with it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way they did classic. All-Star, I like that they put him in an order. The only negative thing is the original All-Stars, it was always random who you were going to fight next, and now it's always the same battles you can expect. It's kind of choreographed, it's a neat idea, but it's kind of negative in that sense. I wish that the time periods, they were still grouped together, but at least the time periods were random. For me, though, I think the biggest surprise was finding Street Smash and Trophy Smash, which I did not expect to be even in the game or heard about. But Trophy Smash, I think it's just a blast trying to stay alive and pick up a lot of trophies that way, and it was an unexpected mode. And Street Smash, it's kind of like air hockey, and the fact that you can just practice it and make it as crazy as you want, it's definitely something that I wasn't expecting. As for the rest of the modes, I think they're all par for the course, other than Smash Run, which I think is beyond lopsided. I feel like the only way to really realistically win almost every time is to have a custom character, and even there, you have no idea what you're going to get. And one of the challenges is beat it with every single character, so I can see a hammer going that way. Because, and the other thing that's kind of annoying with that trophy, or that challenge and other challenges, is it doesn't say if you won. You can see what your high score is, so you know you've played it with that character, but it doesn't say whether you won or not. So if you're going for that challenge and you have been doing them in random orders and you have no idea which ones you won with, you might as well just start from the top left and move on, because I feel like they should have at least a star letting you know you've won it with that character or something. But it's very lopsided, and I feel it does need to be patched or something.
Interesting. Yeah, I probably need to actually spend more time with Smash Run and see if I like it or not, because I felt like the couple times I played it in the demo thing at Best Buy and stuff like that, it was okay. I actually kind of enjoyed it. It was pretty easy to get around and get things, but the one time I played it on my own system was like, it's kind of actually hard to get all the stuff that I wanted to, and I did okay in the final battle, even though I was very weak compared to the other players. I think either I won or I barely lost, one or the other. But I think it's interesting how it's pretty much completely random, you know, how that's going to be at the end and everything. But like Barry, actually, I forgot about the trophy run and Street Smash. Is that what it's called? Street Smash?
Yeah, Street Smash.
Because I've only done Street Smash once, because, as we've talked about before, I don't get too many Street Passes on a regular day. Luckily, though, this weekend I was walking around Boston, and so I was able to get one so far. So that was fun. I actually enjoyed it too. And Trophy Smash was totally unexpected as well. I remember even seeing it in the challenge list. I'm like, what's Trophy Smash? And I had to go like searching to actually find it. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. So I played that quite a bit too, but I'd forgotten about it because I wasn't expecting it either.
Fun fact about Street Smash is you could choose practice even if you don't have any connections. You could have anywhere from 1 to 12 people to practice against, and it counts for your challenges. So if you have no Street Passes, you can still play Street Smash just in practice mode and have fun with it and unlock challenges.
Cool. That's a smart idea, because there's a lot of the games that you can't really enjoy unless you're actually passing a lot of people. So that's cool. I'm glad they included that.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
One thing I want to at least note is normally when you like get like a new game, like whether it's Mario Kart 7 or like Super Mario 3D Land, the game, like when you start the game, it says, "Oh, do you want to turn on Street Pass?" Like I know Smash Brothers did not do that, so I actually didn't turn that on until Sunday when I was like, "What the heck is this Street Pass challenge? How do I use it?" And then I saw like the icon, and I accessed it, and it was like, then it asked me if I wanted to enable it, and I'm like, well, that was kind of a waste. I could have got a couple Street Passes by now, but I did get my first one yesterday or today or something like that, and then it was kind of interesting to actually play it out. I used like the hammers on some of the initial ones, so I just wanted to use them up, and those were some of the last ones left. But I wasn't quite sure if I had to like wait to like unlock Street Pass or what. I didn't think to open it up.
Yeah, I noticed that they didn't prompt you, but I do like that it was available right off the bat, because I know a lot of other games you have to like unlock it later on. So I liked that it was available right off the bat. But yeah, like your global Smash power and everything, you have to manually go online in order to enable it. The same thing, I think, yeah, with Street Pass. You kind of just have to know you got to go there and turn it on. While it is available right off the bat, they don't necessarily prompt you or anything. So that is kind of a bummer.
Right. That's true. One like random side note, not Smash Bros. Related, but Street Pass related, I guess. I did order like a kit, and I'm gonna set up the thing, the Raspberry Pi, and like it's like a thing that you can use to program, and there's a way that you can set up like a Street Pass hub, your own personal little Street Pass hub, and constantly get Street Passes at home. So it's kind of cheating the system, but hey, I never get Street Passes anyway. So check out NintendoFuse.com soon, and once I get it, I'll do a video doing the setup and everything. So if it works well, you can constantly get some Street Smashes in. So definitely stay tuned to the site for that. Yeah, I mean, I think for the single player stuff, I tried like all the things at least once just for the challenge board and all that. Most of my time has been spent in the versus modes, because that's how I unlocked all the characters, going through all the versus matches. So, so that's kind of been most of my time. The one single player mode I have played a couple times though is Smash Run, and I think it was Greg that was saying that it's actually quite difficult to defeat some of the enemies. I felt myself getting like beat up quite a bit by some of them, and so it's like, I feel like sometimes you get like one little enemy and it's like, oh, it's fine, and then you go into a room and all of a sudden there's like 5 enemies attacking you at once, and it just gets kind of crazy. So It's just a matter of, I guess, I don't know, maybe I just need more practice in it or something. I've tried a couple different characters, and I still suck at using all of them. So we'll see. We'll see how Smash Run goes, I guess. Yeah.
I just started using some of my favorite ones to get that 5 wins in Smash Runs. I had to like start using like my best ones because I've just been trying to like, get used to like all the different characters whenever I get an opportunity. Like I would select some random ones for like the home run derby just to kind of see like how they handle and what kind of moves they can do right away. And like I've been doing a lot of playing around wherever I can. Classic mode, I've just been going across the top row after I start with my favorites, but I'll probably do the same with All-Star mode, and not looking forward to trying to beat every single option with every character, because that's one thing about having way too many characters is I feel like those challenges will take way too long to do.
That's what the hammers are for.
Right.
What kind of intensities have you guys been playing at for the solo classic?
I've been mostly keeping it around 5 actually right now. Only so I can get through and not struggle, I think, a lot. Which I found out that a lot of times, that's how I found a lot of characters that I like or don't like. There's a lot of them that I'm realizing that have that I really like on the air, and then all of a sudden I get to play Master Hand and Crazy Hand, and they have awful air attacks, and I'm like, how am I going to beat this stupid 2 hands when like this character has awful air attacks? But I have been able to kind of like something that I'm not very good at, which Barry found out the other day when he was playing as Bowser, is I'm not the greatest defensive player whatsoever. I'm mostly offense, and so when he comes out to me and grabs me, I am not dodging whatsoever, and I'm getting grabbed all the time. And so something I've learned playing Master Hand and Crazy Hand is dodging, because you have to stay alive, especially with those characters that are awful in the air. You just have to stay alive as long as you can, and so I've learned to dodge more. So hopefully I won't get grabbed as much from Barry's Bowser now. But yeah, I usually keep it somewhere around 5 for now. I think over time I'll definitely ramp up the difficulty, but right now while I'm kind of getting used to it, it's been right at 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
Even some of my better characters, I've only done like 4.5, and like even like these brand new ones I'm doing like 3 or 3.5. I'm not really like dying or anything unless it's like a stage hazard on like that stupid Paper Mario stage or something stupid like that. But I'm even finding like some of the smash attacks are even kind of harder to do. Like even just trying to play a new character for the first time, and then you're expected to like nail characters off the level like so easily.
Right.
Yeah,
I think I started at 5.0, and then I basically, I think I lost twice, so I ended up getting down to 4.0 by the end of it. But
yeah, I've done 5 and 6s, but for the most part, just now I'm doing 4s.
Barry, you're trying to talk, but I can't hear you.
Oh, there you go.
Can
you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been doing mostly 5s and 6s, but with that I'm just going through, just beating it. I've been on 4 just to kind of get through it a little quicker, just because it's like, well, I've got like 10 more characters to do. I could do a 4 in about 8 minutes. That's not going to take me too long. You know, I'm not trying to like super challenge myself. I'm just trying to kind of get through it.
Right. By the way, one tip for those that unlock characters through going through like the classic or the single player stuff, if you get all the way through and then you get the challenger approaching and you lose to the character, you don't actually have to go all the way through again. I know I saw some people trying to do that online. You can actually just do a versus match afterwards, and then you can face that character again. So you don't have to go all the way through and try and do the whole entire single player mode again to get that character.
You could actually
really nice.
The player in Suicide.
Yeah.
Well, it almost seemed like I had to do it that way for one of mine, because like I went through and then it said like, oh, you're fighting Lucina, and then she killed me like so easily because I was using like Robin or something. I was trying to mock the first time, and then I went through single player mode again, and then it said I was fighting Dark Pit. So then I was like, okay, and then I lost to him actually, and then I went through it again. But I was like, well, maybe I need another Fire Emblem character to trigger Lucina, and then I fought Lucina again, and then she killed me a second time. So then I went through the time after that, and then I fought Dark Pit again, and then I beat him, and then I played single player again with like Ike is the last Fire Emblem character, and then it said I was fighting Lucina, and then I finally defeated her.
Mhm.
Interesting. So actually, we were talking about unlocking characters. Are they random, or is there an actual order?
They're not.
There is actually a set thing. You can do the versus matches, which is you can do 10, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way up to 120 at increments of 10. It's in a specified order, or there's certain conditions for other ones. I think like Falco and stuff, you just had to beat classic mode, whatever. And then to get Dr. Mario, you have to play classic mode as Mario. But I think you have to have like the intensity at least 4. And then if you want,
5.
And then if you want Ganondorf, you have to play with like Link on like intensity of 5. Or if you want like Bowser Jr., you have to play as Bowser at the intensity of 6 or something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's still
So,
random.
It is still random.
When I first booted it up, the first thing I did was classic, and I went through with Shulk, and I was on intensity, I think 4.5, and I beat it, and Falco challenged me, and I won. Whereas my wife booted up the game, she went through as she went through as Zelda, beat it, and Ness challenged her, and Ness was my second. So there's like no rhyme or reason with that, and that was right from the get-go. So there is some randomness to it.
Okay.
No, but I think those were ones you just had to beat it with any character with any intensity. Because like those were my first 2 as well, and that's what I've read about those.
Yeah, but it's still random which one you get.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
there's some
most
random, but some.
Yeah, I think because there's different ways that you can unlock all the characters. Like depending on how you do it, there's different like priorities it takes. So depending, like how Greg was saying, he played those characters, and one time he got Lucina, and then one time he got someone else. So it just kind of, I guess, like depending on what conditions you've met, then it'll like activate certain characters, and then it's like whatever order it appears. I don't know. It's a little weird like that. That's why I just did the versus matches. I was like, it goes in order. I'll just play every 10 rounds. I'm set. So, and it counts. Each like online matches and a couple other things that counts as versus matches too. So like when we played online afterwards, I did a local versus match with computers, and then a character appeared afterwards. So it actually counts online matches too, by the way. But if you play online, like let's say you did 50 matches online, it actually, when you go to do your local versus matches, it'll unlock those characters in reverse order. So like the last one that you would have unlocked pops up first, and then the next one. That's what I read online. So it really does kind of get a little confusing, but yeah.
Stick with it. You'll unlock everything.
Right.
All
right. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, since I'm not very good with Bowser or Link, I actually went through the browser just doing the number of matches. I just set it to like 1 minute, and then I was just set up level 3 computers, and then so I was like just owning them, and figured it was easiest that way.
Easiest way to do it is just set it to 1 stock and then suicide yourself at the start. That actually counts too.
Yeah, but since there's challenges to say like, oh, get 300 KOs or whatever, then I was working towards that one.
Gotcha. Yeah, I actually played through all 120 matches, 2-minute time matches, because I wanted to like try out all the different characters and stuff too. So it gave me a good amount of experience. That was most of my weekend right there. All right, so now let's get one more caller on the line. So get your phones ready. Call in for the last $10 eShop gift card right here. So for this one, I want to know basically your favorite thing about Smash Brothers, or if you don't have the game yet, what you're most excited to play, basically. So for the $10 Mario eShop gift card, looks like I got 2 people on the call. Who should I pick? I feel like this is going to be my little coin right here. So Mario is like my heads, and then the other side is his tail. So let's see. Oops, I'm flipping this. Looks like it's Mario's side. All right, so that means Ricky Bam Bam. Hello.
Hello.
Ricky Bam Bam, you were on the call.
All right, that's awesome. How's everybody doing?
We're doing well. How are you?
Doing well.
Doing well.
So what is your favorite thing about Super Smash Brothers?
My favorite thing has got to be the online play. Despite the lag, you get to fight against other people, and it's a challenge, yeah, but I can't get enough of it.
Yeah? Let me ask you this. For fun or for glory?
For glory, of course.
Nice.
Mario had that white and blue. He sure knows how to represent.
Nice. Cool. Well, yeah, definitely. Like I've been telling everybody else, we'll definitely all have to play online. So stay tuned to NintendoFuse, and we'll organize some games online, and we'll definitely have to face you, and it should be pretty fun.
Yeah, I'll make sure to hold my device upside down for the whole match.
Nice. Well, congratulations. You've got the $10 eShop gift card. So email Hassan at NintendoFuse.com. So that's HASSAN at NintendoFuse.com. And I'll get you the code for the $10 eShop gift card. And if you want the Mario AR card, then send me your address as well, and I'll mail that to you. But thank you so much for calling.
No problem. Thanks again.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Right.
Cool. Well, that is that. So those are the 3 eShop gift cards. So thank you so much to the people that called in. And we'll do more of these fun things as well as time goes on. This was our 5th year anniversary, but it's still going. No plans to end anytime soon. We still got plenty more Nintendo stuff to discuss. Nintendo is not doomed, so we are still good to go for now. So we'll see. Lots more episodes coming up. Any final thoughts on Smash Brothers, guys? Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. Other than what you said already to everybody that's called in and everything, make sure you check out NintendoFuse to post your friend code. You can either do so in the forums, or you can on our post that I just posted something today. You can post in the comments, or you can take to the forums and share your friend codes and meet up with other people and do some online smashing. We'll definitely be doing that, and we definitely welcome you as well to join in.
Cool. Sounds good. I look forward to settling it in Smash with all of you.
One thing I want to say, or 2 things quickly. First, I'm not sure if you guys know about the Harmony of Heroes, which is a fan-created soundtrack remix for the songs for Smash Brothers. It is live and it is free. It's 104 tracks for download at harmonyofheroes.com. I don't know if you guys have heard that or checked it out, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I heard a couple of the tracks. Yeah, I heard a couple of the tracks. They're pretty sweet, so I'll definitely have to go and check out the full thing.
And the other thing is, I don't know how many people listening are going to be in the area, but New York Comic Con is this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you will be in the area, please send me a message at barry@nintendofuse.com, and we'll try to meet up.
Cool. Definitely, let us know how Comic-Con goes. Should be fun.
Yeah, Nintendo's not doing a freaking show floor this year for some reason. I guess they just don't like money.
It's not like they have some big game coming out.
Yeah.
How about a Smash Brothers tournament at New York Comic Con? That wouldn't draw attention to your system at all. Nah.
Right? Oh, Nintendo. The things they do sometimes. Speaking of which, when are they even going to announce a release date for Smash Brothers for Wii U? I mean, everybody knows it's November 21st, apparently, because that's everywhere. But when are they going to say it?
Tomorrow at their Nintendo Direct.
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah. Right. Of course, exactly.
They'll announce the Wii U Smash Brothers Direct for Thursday or something.
Yeah, you heard it here first, because that's how Nintendo works. As soon as we hang up, there's going to be Japanese Direct announced, and then, in the morning, Nintendo of America will announce something, Watch.
It's true. There is a Monster Hunter Direct. Is that tomorrow or sometime soon? So I guess they probably wouldn't do it on top of that, but it'd probably be the next day.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure they have to soon because I mean, if it is coming out, I mean, we're getting close to it's like a month and a half away. Like if it's November 21st, and I'm sure there's Wii U exclusive modes and stuff. I mean, there's still plenty of stuff they have to show, and then they have to start advertising it. I would hope so. They kind of have to do that soon. So we'll see what happens, I guess.
Man, I did see some rumors today that the Treasure Toad tracker thing was already delayed till next year, but I don't know if that's good or not.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, I think there was somebody's estimated release date on some retailer instead of December, it got moved to March. So I don't know.
It was GameFly, that rental service.
Gotcha. Well,
don't worry. Nintendo is not going to announce a release date for Smash Brothers, and when it does come out, it will come out November 21st, and only in Fargo, North Dakota, because no one else in the United States matters, or Canada.
Only at the Nintendo World Store.
Oh God. See you guys. I'm going to New York.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'll just go and pick up copies for everybody and mail them out.
Exclusive to Nintendo.
Oh God.
Hey, did you hear about that? I don't know how many people saw my editorial on Nintendo of America's stupid decisions, but I read an article after I posted that about the Hyrule Warriors. There was only 500 copies, and there were well over 800 people in line that did not get the collector's edition, and that's ridiculous. I still don't understand. Your system is failing. You want to get people to buy your system. Why do you piss people off? You know they're not selling those things at a loss. Why do you hate money?
There's so many things I wish I could just sit down with, like, Iwata or Reggie or somebody and just be like, just why? Just why? And who knows? But, yeah. But we'll have to see. I'm sure Smash Bros. For Wii U, they'll have to do something soon because the amiibos and stuff have to launch as well, so they'll need to get retailers, ready. And I've already seen, like, some sort of, like, little advertisements or pre-order cards at Toys R Us for amiibos and stuff, so some retailers are getting ready for it. So
I was at Toys R Us tonight. They had in their Disney Infinity aisle, they had an amiibo section already, ready to go.
I already got 2 reserved.
Oh, yeah? Which ones did you reserve?
Marth and Yoshi, 2 of my faves from Melee.
Nice. Nice, very cool. All right. Well, I think that about wrap things up. So thank you so much to everybody in the chat. I still see a couple people on YouTube. I see Mr. Blanky, Josh Brosh, and Delfino Luma 102. And then in the TalkShoe chat, Ricky Bam Bam, and hey, Roth. Roth is in there as well. So shout out to Roth. And yeah, so thank you so much to everybody. It's been 5 years that we've done the podcast, and we hope to continue doing it. And so stay tuned to NintendoFuse.com for more, and we'll let you know when the next new episode is coming up. And we look forward to chatting with you and settling it in Smash online. So excited about that. So thank you so much, everybody, and we will see you guys later.
See ya.
Yeah.